What up, everybody? It's your boy Avell did it back with another one. However you got here, whether you already subscribed to the channel, whether I popped up on your news feed, whether somebody told you about me and you're checking me out for the first time. However you got here was meant for you to be here, so I appreciate it. Before I get started, if you could hit that like button and hit that subscribe button so to see the content. You did it? Cool. Shouts out to everybody who keep hitting that like, hype, subscribe button, sharing the content. I truly, truly appreciate it. So, to everybody out there, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, what we got up right now? We got them Chicago bodies found up right now.
What?
Yeah. Man, boy, oh boy, what can I say? In this day and age, it seems like it would be hard to do this type of thing. But let's let the story roll and then we'll talk about it.
News tonight, a disturbing investigation at a Southside funeral home. Just in the last 10 minutes, Cook County officials confirmed more than 50 decaying bodies were found there. This is happening in the South Deering neighborhood. Our crew's spotting police who had the street shut down. And the medical examiner's office says their work here will continue for days. Our Victor Jacobo joins us live with the unsettling details we're learning tonight. Victor.
Yeah, Erica, police have been out here in the South Deering neighborhood for hours, focusing on the South Chicago Chapel and going in and out. We've seen officers wearing face coverings to cover their nose and mouth going in and out of this building. And as you mentioned just minutes ago, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office is saying that forensic pathologists and investigators spent much of the day here focusing their investigation here. And it's that issue of how bodies were maintained that prompted this investigation.
It just stinks all the time. It's so bad.
This neighbor, who only wanted to be identified as V, tells us she's lived directly behind South Chicago Chapel near 95th and Exchange Avenue for about a year and has constantly experienced what she describes as a disturbing smell.
Now, this girl talking about she want to be known as V, but we can see her face plain as the sea right here in the camera. You don't have to black out my face. I'll get the cloud. I'll show my face, but I just want to be known as V. And I bet you V is the first letter of her actual name. This is crazy, man. To be living on a block for a whole year, to be smelling decaying bodies, and nobody does nothing. And before they continue, I have a thing to say. I might say, so many gangs in Chicago have weapons, and they constantly every day blasting each other. These funeral homes, this is showing that the funeral homes can't keep up with the gang violence. What does that say about a city where the funeral homes can't keep up with the gang violence and the unaliving of people to put them to rest? Because there's so many so fast, they got to just stack bodies up. Wow. Let's continue.
I don't know, like a dead mouse. It stinks.
According to the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation, the funeral home director's license was suspended because of deplorable conditions, including rodent infestation, causing decomposition and maggot infestation of the bodies. According to the Secretary of State website, the business license of South Chicago Chapel, which is active, lists Clark Morgan as the president. We know his wife, Joanna Morgan, was a funeral director here as late as May of 2025. Her license suspended just yesterday.
We stopped by to get someone. We don't know what's going on at the moment.
CBS News Chicago was there as staff from Emmanuel Funeral Home and Cremation Services arrived to retrieve a body from South Chicago Chapel, unaware of the investigation. The staff.
I got a question. I mean, if they're so overwhelmed with unalived bodies that they can't prep the bodies to let them go, Are I don't understand. Do they hold, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not too familiar. How long are they supposed to hold a body? Because I know a lot of people can't afford to be buried. And to me, that's a shame. It's like, man, even when you're gone, they want money from you before you're permanently in the ground. They want the last your family or whatever in your bank account or whatever. They want that last little bit of from you before they throw dirt on you, before they burn you, before they do whatever, man. And this is so cold. I bet you this is part of the reason why these bodies are in here. People that couldn't afford it, and they're putting the families putting it off, trying to hold out as long as they can until they just don't hear from the families no more. Or it could be, like I said, it's so much gang violence in Chicago that these funeral homes literally cannot keep up. They can't keep up. And this is alarming. Wow, let's continue.
Have said they had spoken with South Chicago Chapel earlier, but had not heard from them since.
We talked to them the first time. They picked up, they talked to us, they said they'd give us a call back. After that, there was no call. We kept calling, so we decided to do a wellness check to see what was going on, and this is what we come to.
We did call the funeral home as well as the owners, but did not hear back. Now, as for what happens next, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office says it's going to take several days for the process of properly identifying the decedents that are located here. That includes things like locating proper identification and death certificates in order to make sure that they get them properly disposed and to the right folks once this investigation clears up. But again, that's set to take several days, according to the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office.
Now, y'all, the thing about it is I almost lost my train of thought. Where they were saying, yeah, it's just like, man, how can these people keep up, bro? How can these people keep up? Right now, as they were speaking, it was that's what I was gonna tell y'all. Now, when they showed the funeral home, it looks all nice on the outside, but remember where it is. It's on the south side of Chicago. That should tell you something. If it's on the south side of Chicago, that means it has to be one of the busiest funeral homes around, you know. And I wish the owners just come out and tell the truth. Like, hey, it's so much unaliving going on, we can't keep up. And to be honest, they might need to build a few more funeral homes in Chicago to handle all of the violence and unaliving that's going on out there. You know, I'm just one guy just peeping the situation. I don't have the answers. I don't claim to have the answers. I'm just bringing the information, and hopefully somebody do have the answers. You know, it's always, I think always a good answer for some of this stuff is normal stuff that people need to survive, like uh job availability, uh places to take your kids where they feel safe, like YMCA's, um stuff like it takes a village to raise a child, where all of the parents, take back control of the neighborhoods. Uh, all of that. Each one teach one. It all we know what to do, but it's who are the people that's gonna step up and do it in a whole. Not one person, in a whole. Because that's the only way this will stop. Those are the quick answers I have, but I don't have any philosophical answers or no calculated something. No. I just know weapons, unemployment, drugs, and a will to survive will always create these kind of environments where you have a neighborhood where a funeral home has so many bodies that they can't even keep up with getting rid of them. I want to know what y'all think down below about this one, though, because this is something very serious to me. It's not the first time it's happened, but what do you guys think? Do you guys have any suggestions? If you do, let me know down below. That's all the time I got for this topic. Please make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. One more time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And y'all already know I'm gonna be back with some more reaction videos, some more news. And I'm definitely gonna catch y'all on the